This video takes you through the steps of moving your web pages from the Try It Out classroom to your computer and then into the Manage Files area in the practice course. If you do not have any content in the Try It Out classroom, you do not need to watch this video. Alright, I'm in the Try It Out course, and to get to my web pages in the Manage Files area, I'll click on Content, and then in the left navigation, I'll click on Manage Files. I see my folder, so I'll click on it to get to the web pages I've created. There are my 3 web pages, and I click the checkbox for each one of those to select them, and then I'll move my cursor up to just above the list of my web pages. I'm going to click on the download button, which is the roundish green icon with the light gray down arrow, and it gives me a dialog box. I'm going to move this over so you can see it a little better. Notice that the icon, first of all, there's only one, and it's a yellow folder with what is supposed to look like a zipper on it. When you download files, Desire to Learn automatically zips up the files into a folder. This also compresses the size of your download. Even though you only see one entry, that folder contains all the web pages I just selected for download. Click on the name of the folder, and then you'll see a dialog box, another one that pops up. It wants to know what to do with the file. Be sure that Save File is selected, and then click OK. The browser I'm using, Firefox, has a download window that shows it has downloaded. I've downloaded several, so I'm just going to take this first one here. Let's say I'm not sure exactly where it put my downloaded zip folder. That can be a problem for me later when I go looking for it to upload to the practice course. I can find out where it downloaded by right-clicking on the downloaded folder and then selecting Open Containing Folder. That'll open the location where it is. And I see my file right there. It's got it highlighted for me. Up at the top, you can see exactly where that is located. It may be a good idea to write down the location for later. In my case, I know I have it set to download files to my Downloads folder. Now that I've downloaded my web pages from the Try It Out course to my computer, I'm ready to upload files to the practice course. I'm going to go back to Desire to Learn, close these windows, which I don't need anymore, and I'm going to click on My Home at the top. I'm currently in the Try It Out course. I'm going to My Home, and then I will select the practice course. And now I have my practice course. I'm ready to go. I'm going to click on Content, and then in the left navigation bar, again, I'm going down to Manage Files. If you have not created a folder for yourself in the Manage Files area of the practice course, please do so. I'm going to make a folder for myself so that I don't just dump my files into the general area. It'll look kind of messy. So I'll click on New Folder. I type in my name to identify it, and then I'll click Save. And there's my folder. Now I have my own space in the practice course for my files. I need to open my folder so I can upload my zipped folder files into it. I'll click on my name, and I click on my folder, and I want to make sure that I open the correct folder and not someone else's by accident. Towards the top, I see my name in the breadcrumbs that tells me which folder I'm in. I can also look at the left side in the navigation area and see that my name is highlighted. Now that I see my folder is open, it's time to upload my zip folder with my web pages in it. Just above the scissors icon is the Upload button. So I click it, and I'll move it over so it's a little more visible. And it wants to know what files to upload. In order to get to my files, I'm going to click browse in just a second, but I want to tell you this is where that zip folder comes in handy. If I had downloaded, say, 15 files, I'd need to upload each one of them. But because Desire to Learn zip them up in a single folder, I only need to upload the zipped folder. And after that zipped folder is uploaded, then I'll unzip it and all my files will appear. So here goes. I click Browse. I'm going to browse to the location of my folder. I remember it's in Downloads. Here it is. So I will click it once. And in a minute I'm going to click Open. But if you here, I just wanted to say that if you wrote down the downloaded location of your zipped folder a few minutes ago, when you downloaded it from the Try It Out course, this is where it will come in handy. Just in case I didn't see my folder, I see a lot of files here. So in case I was confused, here's a tip. If you click on the words Date Modified, you can easily find the correct time for when you downloaded your zip folder. That will help you identify it. So there's my file, there's my zip folder, and now I'm going to click Open. Okay, there's it is. I see it. Now it's time to go to the bottom right of the dialog box and click Upload. And Upload will upload my zip folder into the practice course. But it's still a zip folder, so I need to unzip or unpackage it so I can use the files for my module. To unzip the folder and manage files, move your pointer over the file name. To the right, you'll see a small down arrow that appears. Go ahead and click that little down arrow, and then select the Unzip option. I click that, and there are my 3 web pages that I had in the Try It Out course. They are now in the practice course. I could stop here, but I'm going to do a little bit of house cleaning. I don't need this zip folder any longer, so I'm going to click in the checkbox, and then I can click the trash can above the file list. But before I click that trash can, please note, anytime you delete a file from the file manager, it is permanent and cannot be undone. So I click it, and it actually asks me, am I sure I want to delete it? Yes, I don't need it anymore. I already unzipped my folder, so I'm going to click yes, I'm sure. And there are my 3 web pages, and only my 3 web pages. If you have any questions about moving your content into the practice course, please email me within our regular course or call me at 1818.